My dear friend, today we will discuss about the migration from the Asian countries towards the Canada, United States of America, and the Great Britain, France, German, that is the European countries. Even in Russia. So migration of the people is a great phenomena or realistic phenomena that cannot be avoided. Never it was avoided, never we can avoid it. But you have to see, or we have to see, that the migrants which are coming in your country are the real migrants or the vagabonds or the rogue elements in disguise of the migrants. This is firm determination. Then the migration is not a recent issue. It has been an issue for the past periods, recent periods, and will be in future periods. But amazingly, the migrants that are the Muslim, I emphasize on the Muslim migrants towards the non-Muslim majority countries, Western countries. So let us know. Very since beginning of we will discuss about the Myanmar refugee. That is Rohingya Muslims. These are known as Bangladeshi Muslim also. When the British colony was in Myanmar, that is known Burma in the past, the Muslim migrants came to Burma in Arakan province as a worker or the Girmiti in English, Hindi. When they settled down there and their population in Arakan began to large, they demanded the Shariat or the Sharia. This Sharia is very, very rogue element against the non-Muslims. Because according to Islam, if there is a Sharia, you cannot live freely as a non-Muslim. It is amazingly that the Myanmar is the Buddhist majority country. Rather, we can say the one branch of Sanatana Vedic Dharma. The Buddhists of Myanmar are the peaceful community. They never try to kill any Rohingya or Myanmar Muslim. When these Rohingya demanded the Shariat and killing so many Hindus and Buddhists, we should know that Buddhist, Hindus, Jain must be united and Sikh also must be united to fight against such criminal ideology that is known as Islam. When they demanded the Sharia in Myanmar, the people protested that there will be no Sharia in Arakan province for the migrant Muslim from Bangladesh. In the retaliation, when the Muslim refused to impose Sharia on the Arakan province, the Muslim killed so many Hindus and Buddhists without any cause. This is the tendency of Islamic follower. He can kill any non-Muslim without any cause because Islam provides a immune against the killing, robbery and destruction of the worship temples of the non-Muslims, that is known as Kaffir in the Islamic jurisprudence. Then Myanmar Buddhist and Hindu united and dragged out the Rohingya Muslim from Myanmar, and the United Nations organization has crocodile tear on the expulsion of Rohingya Muslims. When these Rohingya Muslims were killing the people of who following the Buddhist or Hinduism, this United Nation keep mum. Why? This is the double standard of United Nations Organization General Secretary Guterres Antonio, who hails from the Spain. At that time, there may be another general secretary, but the policy is the same. When any Muslim kills the non-Muslims, the United Nations organization keeps mum. Like as in Kashmir, when the Islamic terrorists were killing the Hindus, no United Nations came forward to stop the genocide of the Hindus. 8 times the Kashmiri Hindus were dragged out or forcibly displaced by these Islamic monasteries in the Kashmir. A foolish and stupid theory of Ghazwa Hind. When the Indian government, Indian army neutralized the terrorists, the United Nations organization tried to scream that the violation of human values. If there is no violation of human values in Islam, then how we can keep mum or keep mum against this violent ideology? We have no right to live with the Muslims. According to Islam, we have no right, if we are not the Muslim, with live with Muslims, because there is no space for the non-Muslims in Islam. Same way in Assam, 1 crore Muslims, among them only 40 lakh Muslims belong to ethnic Assamese, means who are living generation to generation, and 60 lakhs Muslims are intruders. In Hindi, Ghuspetiye. And this stupid fellow Kapil Sibal is saying that Assam was not the part of the India. This stupid fellow should know that the Myanmar, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, Balochistan, Sindh and whole India, excluding the Nepal, was the part of the India. How these people are so fanatic or maniac for the appeasement of the Muslims who are the intruders. Naturally, when the Muslim population increases in any country, they try to impose Sharia and try to do as their Prophet Muhammad did, to killing the non-Muslims, looted the women, raped the women of the non-Muslims. So in India, the secular religion are the largest or the greatest enemy of the Hindus, Christians, Jews and other communities, because they are appeasing the Muslims in the name of the vote. Now let us go the migration of the Muslim from the India, Bangladesh or Pakistan towards the European country and the Canada and America. You see, France having the 9% population of Muslims, the largest population among the European countries. After that, United Kingdom, German. These migrants never goes to the Middle East or the Islamic countries, which are the rich countries, as Qatar, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. Why they are going to the Western European countries? This is a clue. If any Muslim can live 50 years, 60 years or whole the life and his next generation will born in Saudi Arabia or the Middle East countries, he will not be the resident or he was not the citizenship of that country. You can work there only the visa permit, though they are your Muslim brethren, known as Arabic in Muslim Ummah, the group of Muslim known as Muslim Ummah in Arabic. But you cannot get citizenship throughout the whole life, even though your next generation to next generation. Though these are the Islamic countries, but they are very clever. They know that when the population of non-Arabic Muslim will increase in our countries, one day they will encroach the whole power of that countries. This is why they are not giving citizenship to the Muslims, because the Middle East countries, Arabian countries are Muslims, and they know what is the theory of the Islam. One vagabond knows to other vagabond very clearly his policies, his attitude, and his monastery, not monastery, but monasteries devilness. In Europe, the liberals and the communists are devastating the peace and harmony of the Europe. These Muslim migrants went there to take asylum or take citizenship only with this clue that they will spread the Islam after most breeding. Islam is not a fast growing religion, but is the most breeding religion, and now the breeding is less than 2.3%. So Islam is a shrinking religion now. Both sides, as well as aware, the living of the Islam and the birth rate of the Muslim woman is lesser than was in previous years. Whatsoever so be, maybe, but the theory of Islam is very, very dangerous to these European countries. Nowadays, recent they have how they are so dare. When they went the in European countries, they were very poor, and they were totally depend on the government of the European countries or the European countries. They allowed to them to live there, give employment and some amount in the name of unemployment. Allowances as an employment in $3,000, $2,000, or as per as country it is variable. So this duty of the Muslims of that country which are living there to enhance the richness or the development of the country, that particular country. But this is the extreme level stupidity. They always want to be horrified. And this, what is horrified? Horrified means is a black phenomena or a false phenomena Islam, that there is an Jannah, there is a 72 hurs, the woman, which is always virgin after sex or intercourse with any man. So such type of the stupidity only inhibits or persists a brainless person. There is no doubt these people are so brainless, they are even dreaming in the night or the day or 24 hours that there will be Ghazwa Hind, victory over India by the Pakistan. But in the hadith, there is no description of Pakistan, because Pakistan was not at that time when this hadith was written. So this is the extreme stupidity level of these migrants, Muslims. They always try to spread Islam and impose Sharia in the Western countries. And the great demon to restrict the European countries are the liberals, communist, and anti-human nature of these liberalism is so acute than in India, when the Kashmiri migrants, Hindus, forcibly displacement of the Kashmiri Hindus, they were not migrant. They were dragged out or expelled for the Kashmir in the name of Islam. This is not the fight of the Kashmiri or for Kashmiri people. If this fight is for the Kashmiri people, then why the all Hindus were expelled from the Kashmir valley to change the demography of the Kashmir? This is a prime aim of Islamic monastery. They always try to kill the non-Muslim or try to convert into Islam by hook and crook. To accommodate Sharia, it is that particular area. How these Islamic jurisprudence so cruel ideology that all the Islamic rulers imposed the jizya, a extortion tax, or rather it can be a tax of robbery, because in the time of the Aurangzeb, jizya was so high in price that the poor people, poor Hindu people or the non-Muslim people were to compelled to embrace Islam. Somehow many peoples were converted to Islam by this ideology of jizya and killing of the non-Muslims by the sword. The Pakistan is the land of the coward people. Majority of Muslims who converted from Hindus are coward people. So the most coward people in the Indian subcontinent were the Pakistani people and Bangladeshi people, which forefathers were Hindus, but they were compelled to convert into Islam. The Pakistan is full of the coward peoples because they are so coward and brainless that their icons are the invaders or the rapist of their women's forefathers. So Europe will be set ablaze by these Islamic monasteries. One day this Europe will be destructed or devastated, because these migrants came to your country not to empower the development of the country, empower the wealth of the country, empower of the peace and harmony of the country, but they are coming to deteriorate your civilization, your worship places. And the communist and the Islamic jihadist are alike. Both are the crusader, both are the killer, both are the hate spreaders. If you are not communist, but in your country there is a communism, certainly you will be in jail or you will be slaughtered by the communist goons, as in the time of the West Bengal and the Kerala. Many Hindus, many RSS workers were killed by these communist goons along with the Islamic goons. Whenever the communists have no respect to the religion, they are religious, then why they are with the Islamic terrorists? They never criticize the Islamic terrorism. Throughout the world, you can say, even though the China is a communist country and he is killing the Muslims in the Xinjiang province, no Islamic country can dare to oppose this attitude of China, because these Islamic countries are alike as the communist. How they can oppose the tendency of the China and Xinjiang who are killing the Muslims? It is not fault of the China, but it is a fault of the Muslims also. They always create turmoil everywhere throughout the world in the name of Allah. So these coward peoples who cannot fight with any non-Muslims are doing a hide process or willing process to increase the numbers and then kill all the non-Muslims throughout the world and impose the Sharia. Or if there will be some non-Muslims in the world, they will be looted in the name of Zazia and extortion tax. As the street mongers are taking the extortion tax, so Prophet Muhammad Sahib impose a street monger tax as Zazia. So Prophet Muhammad Sahib just like a street monger. His activities were street mongers. And these activities are continued till inception of the Islam. So these migrants are going to the Western countries. Even the Khalistani Sikhs are going to the Canada. Certainly they will kill all the white people in the Canada. It is a great threat to your country. My Canadian people, I love you that you must aware that a monster that is known as Justin Trudeau is a monster. He is a goon against the humanity, peace, and the non-Muslim of the Canada, especially the white people. He is the greatest enemy of the Canadian people, that is Justin Trudeau, who is doing appeasement in the name of the votes for the Sikh Khalistani terrorists. As in India, these seculars and liberals are doing the same. So we must aware about the migrants and which cult they belongs and what is the ideology of their cult and what they will in the next coming years in those countries which are giving asylum to these monsters. The European country must aware the policies, the doctrine or the jurisprudence, theology of the Islam, which is very, very aggressive against the non-Muslims. It is a hope, ray of hope that Geert Wilders won the election, or certainly next coming elections in the Europe, as we have seen that the BJP is going in progress due to only to protect the non-Muslims from the Islamic Gunism. So the next coming generation of the European countries, Canada and United States, will elect those people who are well aware the cruelty of the Islam and its doctrine. I hope all my white peoples, my love to you all peoples who are living in European peoples, the non-Muslim people or ex-Muslim people or the peaceful loving Muslims also, that they will think about this Islam and those Muslims are peaceful, leave the Islam for the betterment of the humanity and the mankind. Thank you very much.